You are okay with the fact that you may never ever get that nap ever again for 18 years, then you're ready to be a parent. All right.
All right.
It's the Home Loan Closer here, and I have a special guest here today. This is Mr. Edwin. I had the honor of meeting Edwin about 13, 14 years ago. We instantly were connected. We're able to start to do business together. I'm a real big fan of really loving where you live and enjoying where you live. If you're gonna be there for a long time, make it the way you love it and enjoy it. And so I really wanted to bring this gentleman on here today to share some things about construction, home improvement. Joey's gonna be dropping us some narrated questions that will allow us to navigate some information to help out the consumer and help out homeowners. So fire in the hole, Joey, help us out.
When you guys talked, you guys first saw each other at the corner on Eggworks, right?
No.
Oh, you were kidding? Oh, dude, I thought that was hilarious.
It was inside. It was a tip meeting we had for business, and everybody gathered to share business. And at the time, I was running a very successful detailing company, and he was able to hire me. So we got to share detailing his car almost every Friday.
I ended up, testing him out and hiring him to clean my car, and he was punctual, on time, and really you just don't see that in people. And so I think from there we just kind of created a really deep friendship. We would talk a lot more. We would talk about God, life, and being a father and being better as men. Honestly, Edwin was meant to be in my life, and I'm thankful for him as a brother. Oddly enough, I will share this. Edwin disappeared on me for 3 years, and I was really, really upset about it. I was like, how could this person just desert me? Meanwhile, I didn't realize he was actually in turmoil. He was wrongfully picked up by what they would call ICE. He was wrongfully detained for 3.5 years. And so then, one day Edwin showed up and I was like, where have you been, Caesar? And so I call him, I make a joke that Edwin's in the witness protection program, but obviously he's not because he's here with us today. But really fortunate that, he was able to have a second chance, I guess, from something that he wasn't even supposed to go through. It made him stronger and better. He came out and was resilient and was able to open up his handyman business, which then he was able to grow to a construction business. So really thankful that we got to reconnect even after that time, because life can come and go so fast. So sometimes when you're helping people get home and you get into contract, there can be conditions that can come up on a home. Those conditions could be, you need to have the toilet fixed, or that the sink's not working, or that the air conditioning unit is below the county limit for the flood channel. And so, having somebody that can come in and navigate how to help out and really fix that construction matter or that defect that we need to get resolved for the property, so that the buyer can clear their loan and get to closing. One, it can really alleviate a lot of stress, but two, not having the right person can cost double or triple. Edwin really brings not only a lot of value, he can save thousands of dollars for people, based off of one construction person shows up. Edwin shows up and the price is for some reason half. Now, sometimes jobs are neck to neck and, there are bigger jobs that he is right there with that bid, but, Edwin brings a personability and care that a lot of people in business don't bring. I think that that's what really sets him apart. One of the ones we had recently, we had a deal out in Pahrump. Deal was in escrow. I was actually saving the deal for an all-star real estate agent in town. The previous lender had not been able to deliver. It turns out, I came into the transaction to help save it. I was like, is there an elevation cert done? Oh no, what's that? Well, there's an elevation cert that needs to be done in a flood zone as of March 2023 with FHA. We need to get this handled. And we were able to discover that part of the house was below the flood channel.
They had 2 AC units down below the channel flood. They were just sitting on plain dirt. We came and created a foundation for them with the code that they require in Pahrump, that it was structural level to the flood. So we made it, I think was about 16 inches, 18 inches above, so there's no risk of a flood in there. That saves you your AC unit, every penny counts. So
what's the biggest thing that you come across today, and I would say in Las Vegas, Nevada, or Clark County area, like what are you noticing that buyers are or homeowners are needing to get fixed, or that things are deferred maintenance wise that they could really address for you? Like what are you noticing in the town?
What becomes the water heater and your AC units. We actually need to maintain those so they can have a longer life. For example, we get the homeowners like, oh, we'll fix it later. That later becomes a huge problem. Now you're gonna have a flood over your home. Now you're gonna have a flood on your kid's room, and it creates bigger problem that you had in the beginning. So $100 job just went to $5,000 job because that particular moment when you say, oh, I'll fix it later, I'll be okay. We just saved one of the AC units for a client. It was just sitting there and it was just full of leaves. And I called my landscaper and I said, hey, listen, we gotta come take care of this AC. They thought they would have to change the whole entire unit, but no, it just needed to be clean and rewire everything. So we just saved the homeowner $20,000 for AC unit that anybody can come to you, be like, oh, you just gotta replace it. But we were able to maintain that longer life.
In Clark County area, specifically Nevada, you're saying there's like a maintenance that's done to the water heater. You don't just leave it for 7 years?
You gotta flush it. Many people go to YouTube, watch videos. I don't recommend it because you can hurt your water heater. If you think you're knowledgeable to do it your own, you can try, but there's a percentage it won't work the same. My recommendation is for you to hire a professional water heater plumber to do it the right way. That way you don't risk damaging your water heater.
Air conditioning units, that's a serious item here in Las Vegas, Nevada, because it gets hot.
Really hot.
It's a health and safety issue. You actually have to have a working air conditioning unit to be able to close on a home with a loan. If you're doing a cash purchase, obviously you'll probably want to correct that to be able to move in. But so air conditioning units, I say they last 5 to 7 years here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Do you, as a construction professional, agree, or do you have a different look at that?
It depends how you take care of it. It depends what environment the AC unit on. The majority, like I mentioned earlier, they just leave it and it creates a lot of dust. You know, it just sits in a lot of dust and accumulates dirt and accumulate dirt. So now you have 7 years in the unit, or 10, depends which brand you buy. Now you got to 4 years. So instead of making the life longer, you made it shorter by not paying attention to that unit.
Homeowners, you hear that? Do clean out your air conditioning units. Get them serviced once a year. We've identified, hot water heaters. We've identified air conditioning units. What would be another item that you think like the third hottest topic for Las Vegas, Clark County homeowners that impact them that they should be looking at? Kitchen sink. And are you referencing like the hard water?
The hard water.
What are you referencing on kitchen sink?
The hard water that constantly we use the kitchen sink. It builds up on the valve, it starts leaking, and then you got water leaking on your cabinets, and your cabinet leaks to your drywall. Your drywall leaks to mold, and then you have mold growing up without you knowing, since you can't smell it, since you can't see it. So everyone thinks, oh, my faucet's working good. Everything's working properly. But no, your valve starts leaking.
I want to just get out there. Edwin, what if somebody needed some help in their home? Like what if something was wrong with their home right now and they just, could get it fixed and they're not quite sure how much it's going to be? How could they get a hold of you to be able to contact you for any quotes that they might have?
Anybody can look out my page, which is on Instagram, N&J Home Custom LLC, or you can reach out to Edwin Garcia, 702-640-6929.
And Edwin, if someone needed some help, do you charge to give an estimate, or
we are free to come by and give you an estimate?
A free estimate, so you will give your time to come and see how you can help somebody. Right now, you're doing an amazing remodel, I think, but you're doing like a $200,000 update.
We are.
And so recently I closed on $1 million home purchase. The house needed about $200,000 in updates. It's a beautiful home. Tell me a little bit more about that. Like, what are you doing with that home, just so people can hear how much of an update you can do for somebody?
The homeowner brought an idea, Roman classic style Europe, where you have statues pouring water to your tub. So there's no limits on what we can put our hands on. We are transforming one of the stand beams on the entrance of the home into a statue of a woman pouring water. We are transforming the whole entire floor where the desired design that he wants to be made, which is gonna be gold, green, and white, all bonded together. We are creating a unique sink that the water faucet comes from the ceiling. So there's actually no limits of what our creation or what we can build for a customer. If customer can see it or it has a picture, we'll bring it to life.
Awesome. My last question for you is, what is the limit of bid that you're available to work on? Like, do you have a max of a job that you take on?
Yeah, probably the max would be 200.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming out today. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being a partner in business.
Awesome.
And thank you for helping out homeowners have better homes and better quality of life. Thank you. Well, guys, that wraps up our Powerhouse podcast today. And just wanted to thank you guys. I hope you guys learned something new today. If you have any questions or you have any likes or comments, please hit me up in the comments below. Give me a like and look forward to hearing from you guys. If you guys are looking to get into a home, looking to get some repairs done, reach out to me and we can get it started today.